All right. Good morning, good evening. I am Minemore, and this is Reclamation. Reclaim the World. This is going to be episode 2. I've done a little bit of changes since the last time we were here. I've done a whole lot of fishing. I've done some mob killing. Excuse me, sorry about that. I've cooked up all my food. So we've done a whole lot of killing, a whole lot. And I didn't want to bother showing that on because it's very boring. Running around, hiding, running around, hiding, running around, hiding. You know, it's the same usual thing. And I'm not a big fan of combat, so I kind of did that. I did some resource finding. We got a lot of those stones. We got a whole bunch of wood. We got some charcoal. Yeah, we just got a whole bunch of stuff. Just so that we were all prepared. I got a whole lot of cobble here from in here. And a bunch of other places as well, too. So yeah, I just wanted to get... Oh, boy. I just wanted to get all the basics going so that we have everything we need for what's coming up next. Okay, and coming up next is all this Theurgy stuff. All right, so first thing we need to do is we need to make some of this Calmonite blend. And because we need to make a bucket. So you can make a bucket actually with that. So it's kind of like an iron type bucket, I guess, but not fully iron. But you can still make a bucket, which is really nice because we're going to need that. I put something on. I put this on here because I want to make this at some point, but I don't know where to get it. Apparently there's a ritual of a forest that you need to do to get it. But it does some pretty cool things. And you can use it to take rotten flesh and make into leather. Or something like that. Where is it here? This one here, Ritual of the Forest, I think. Or something. There's a nature altar as well. Yeah, this one here. You can take rotten flesh and make it into leather, which we're going to need because we don't have any kind of mobs other than, you know, bad mobs. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to need some of this and some of this and some copper. So let's go ahead and make some of this. So let's put a couple more of these in here and some more of these in here. Let's balance that out. So there we go. We got some Calmonite blend. Okay, so that's going to be useful for now and for later. We're going to need that right now to make this. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the bucket. I think we're going to need a couple of them. So let's make a couple. Well, let's make 2, 3. Let's make 4 buckets just to be on the safe side. Okay, sorry, hold on. Oh, itch on my back. All right. So first thing let's do. Let's get into. I'm trying to remember. I think it's the Almanite tank and this one here. So we're gonna need some sticks. So the Almanite tank. We need some stone. Okay, so we're going to have to cook up a little bit of cobblestone here. All right, let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's cook those up. Give those a minute to finish up. I think we need, what, 4 of them, I think? This needs 3. The other one needs 4. And then this is where this is the starting point, right? So we're probably going to end up making 2 of these. Because I want to kind of double my output of everything. So yeah, we'll just wait for these to finish. We have 1 more after this. I did a whole bunch of clear cutting as well for trees. All the dead wood that was out there, oh, that just went crazy. I've gone through so many axes. So many. It's not funny. All right, so let's grab one of these for now. Take that and we'll put that over here. We'll put that right around here. And that needs to be filled up with some water, I believe. I'm not 100% on this mod. This mod is definitely not... Okay, so it's not that one. It's the other one. Okay, so this one here. Okay, let's make that. Put that on top. And this one, I believe, you put water into. Yes, okay. So. and that, and that. And then that's going to give us, there we go, almanac? I don't know. I don't know how to say that, but wow, that doesn't make a lot. Okay, let's get a couple more. Put that and that. That. Okay. That we're making this almanac fluid. Okay, and I'm trying to remember. We don't need the incubators yet. Mercury distiller items. I think we need one of those plus a brazier. So we're gonna need a whole bunch of stone. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's just start cooking up as much as we can. I did not realize it required so much stone. Device to extract a chemical using an item as a solvent. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure here. This is out of my range of things that I know. But this is all going to be very interesting to say the least. Okay, and then there, we're going to need a distiller, I believe. I don't think the distiller needs air underneath it. I don't think so. Let's put it down and see what happens. Maybe if you just throw cobblestone into it? Or do you need it? It took the whole stack. I think you need fire underneath you. Let's pick that back up. Okay, and let's put you on top of here. We need something to burn with a little bit of charcoal. 16, and then we'll throw that in there. There we go. So it does. It needs something. Okay, so it's going to get mercury out of that stuff. There we go. 1 mercury shard. Okay, and this is got 900. So let's put a little bit more. We'll get 1,000 out of that. Okay, that should give us another little bit. As you can see, it's bubbling in there. Wonder how much it actually gives you. Oh, it's done. Okay, well that was nice and fast. Okay, so this one's giving us mercury shards. Oh, wow. That takes a lot of cobble. Can I put 2 things of cobble in there? Or is that not something that works? No, I guess it doesn't, because it didn't even take the full amount. Yeah, it goes 10 at a time. Okay, so we're going to have to somehow automate this. I don't know how. Once we get some iron at least, right? Because there's mechanism is in this pack, and we could use the item pipes for that, but I don't know how, like with no iron, I don't know how we're going to be doing that in a sense. So we got 13 mercury shards. Okay, so next I believe we need another blazer, because we're going to have to cook again. Okay. So, oh, hold on. I need to actually make that. So, and we need to get salt now. I don't know exactly how we get this salt, but we'll figure this out. Recombine. No, so we don't need that one. Maybe the liquefaction. Maybe the liquefaction uses up a bucket. And then we can put this right here, I think. I'm not 100%. Does that take cobble? Nope, it does not take cobble. Okay. That got put in there. And what does this do? Maybe this isn't the right way of doing this? Not 100%. I've barely touched this mod, and when I did do it, it was literally following the quest line that was there. Okay, so let's pull that out. Put that back in there for now. I guess it's only 1,000, I guess. Okay. Let's look at the quest book. So let's do that. Do this. Go. Nope, not that one. Oops. That was that one. Okay, quest book. All right. So we got that tank. We got a crystal. In the contaminated water, you have found trace amounts of salonic, a crucial ingredient in the practice of Theurgy. By setting up a simple accumulator and a tank, you'll be able to distill it. Place the accumulator on top of the tank, fill it with your water, and slowly produce salmon. Okay, good. We got that. Okay. Chemical sulfur. Chemical sulfur is one of the 3 building blocks of alchemy. It provides the soul of an item and represents it in a specific item. To obtain this, you have to make a liquefaction cauldron, place it on top of a blazer, which we did. Okay. Place the item you want to extract sulfur from into the cauldron and fill it with fluid. Blazer some fuel. Okay. Okay, so we need the liquefaction. That's this one. Okay. So let's do this again. Let's take that, put that in there, and then put the item. Is that the way you need to do it? Or maybe on top? No, not on top. Okay, since this isn't running, can we take these out so we don't waste them? Okay, I did take them out. Okay, good. Okay, so this does not seem to be working. What about stone? No. What about these crystals? Okay, the crystals work. Okay, all right. They go in, and then we get sulfur out of them. Okay, all right, all right, all right. So now, what do I do with this? Quest. Dirt. How do I get dirt? Dried. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to put in there. Oh, okay, all right. Do I have a bunch of dirt? I do not have a bunch of dirt. Okay, let's go get ourselves a bunch of dirt here. Okay, so I got a bunch of dirt. Now it's nighttime, so ow, I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so if I go, I put the dirt in here. There we go, dried earth dirt. So this will recombine it, maybe? Or do something with it. There we go, we got dirt sulfur. Nice, okay. What was the one I got? Crafted makes gems. Oh, okay. So that wasn't what I needed to do, but that's, I guess, something. Okay, we got charcoal. Got mercury shards. Okay, so this is all like, it's all kind of new to me, so you'll have to bear with me here. All right, so we took that out. Okay, so now we got chemical sulfur. Very good. Okay, so we got another one, which is awesome. Mercury. We just need to get the shards out. So let's pull the shards out of here. Okay, that'll finish that quest. Cool. We get an extra one. Extra 4. Nice. Okay, so chemical mercury is one of the 3 building blocks of alchemy. It provides energy of an item, and it is largely interchangeable between things. To distill it, you have to make a mercury distiller and place it on top of a blazer, which we did. Place the item you want to distill in the distiller, which we used cobblestone. Give the brazier some fuel and slowly convert the materials into alchemical mercury. All right. Rare materials give more mercury. But to start off with, you probably want to distill cobblestone, dried earth, or cooked fish. Try slicing the fish, makes it more efficient way of getting mercury. Okay, so we figured that out with cobblestone. Not a problem. Okay, so alchemical salt. We need a calcination oven to do something with. So we need another blazer, and we'll get some salt somehow. Okay, so let's get another brazier. Oh, and the calcination, this guy here. All right, I need another block of copper. All right, so now let's put that down here. Okay, so that and that. All right, so what do we do with this one? Did we put more stone in here? Not 100% sure. Okay, we can put cobblestone in there. I don't know what it's going to give us. Then we got alchemical salt. Okay. So we have sulfur and salt. And what does that give us? I don't. We'll let that go. Oops. I did not mean to place it there. Give that a little bit more. You are empty, so we're probably going to need some more of this stuff at some point. That's going to give us some dirt. More dirt essence. And then we need to move forward. Moving forward, we get some extra salt. We need an incubator. So this is where we need all the different vessels and the incubator. Ugh. All right, so now that you have the 3 alchemical components of an item, mercury, salt, and sulfur, you can make an incubator and combine them all back into an item. In this case, it's dirt, so regular dirt that we can use. Place the incubator above the brazier. Attach all 3 vessels to the sides of it. Fill each vessel with the appropriate item and give the brazier some fuel. And in a bit, you'll have some fresh dirt. Okay. Fresh dirt is good because we don't want bad dirt. That's for sure. Okie dokie. So this vessel here requires a little bit of sulfur. What are we missing? Oh, we need some more stone. Of course we need some more stone. Okay. You do. Oh, that's what the other reason why. It's because it's out of fuel. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. So what are we going to use as fuel now? I guess we could probably use some logs or some planks. Yeah, we'll just use those logs for now. I've got enough of them, so let's get some real wood. Okay, so now that we got that cooking up, we have a little bit of that. So let's try and make this sulfur vessel. We're out of copper. I've got lots of copper. At least I thought I started off with a lot of copper. Okay, so there's one of those. Salt vessel. One of those. Mercury vessel. One of those. And then the incubator. We need 2 sets of planks. Do I have any planks already? I do not. Okay, so we'll need this scrap wood. Take that, make that into a plank. Oh, so you know what? We'll just make 2 of them right now. So it makes it easier. We don't have to go back again. So here, here, and here. Oh, yes, and that's right. We need another brazier. Of course we do, right? All right. But we're going to have to probably double this. I'll probably make this a lot wider after the end of the episode. But once we figure this out. Okay, so that on top of there. Then we have 1, 2, and then 3. So we go 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, very good. So salt, mercury. Okay, so let's take half of that. Put that in there. And this is the salt one. So we'll take our 4 salt. And this is sulfur. And we'll put that in there. And then we'll put something in there. But since we're not using that, let's put that in there. Is that enough to do this? Oh, it went down. Do we have our dirt? I don't know if this is going to be enough. How many does it take? Dirt! We have dirt! Ladies and gentlemen, we have dirt! This is awesome. Alright, let's take that out, because we don't have enough of anything else to do this. So we're missing the salt. So, I guess what I'm going to do is... Oh, wow, we've got 57 in here. Alright, well, we can probably make a little bit more. Do we have any more mercury shards? We do not, so we're going to need to heat that up. Alright, and this just needs to run. It goes 10 at a time. So let's pop a little bit more in there. That'll make some more mercury shards. This one here needs some other dirt. Those are bad guys. I don't feel like fighting bad guys right now. Alright, so let's just see what we can get done here. Alright, so alchemical salt, we don't need that right now. We just need some mercury shards. Okay, so 17 mercury shards. Alright, now it's going to make some more dirt. 18 dirt, so that's kind of awesome. We're going to have to make ourselves a nice little farm out here. We got a lot of seeds, too. So down in here, we've got water artichokes, wheat seeds, snowbell, mandrake, and belladonna. So we've got all of those. And apparently agricraft's in this. So we get to mess with seed genes, which is really fun, right? So, yeah, that's going to be probably our next episode. What I'm going to do in between episodes, because I'm probably going to end this one here, I'm going to make a whole lot of this stuff. A whole lot of it. And just so that we have enough for everything that we need. Because this is going to take quite a bit of time. Okay, so we got 17, that, and that. Okay, so we just ran out of fuel here. We just use a few sticks, maybe? I don't want to use all of them. So you just use that one. Okay. You're just going to make some more. I wish this would say that it's got something in it instead of just trying to guess. Because now we just got more dirt. Right? It doesn't say that it has anything in it. I wish it would, but that's okay. So we've got some salt there. This we need to get more dirt for. This needs just a steady stream of cobblestone inside of it because it's completely crazy when it goes to speed. So yeah, I'm going to work on maybe doubling this whole setup here. I'm probably going to have to go out and get some more copper because we're running out again, as usual. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a farm in here somewhere. We're going to figure that out. Or I'll just, make it inside and put the water, in the ground. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but we're going to figure that out. So yeah, I'm going to work on... Oh, let's look at the quest, actually, since we got the quest. There's the quest there. So this is the one we did. This is to figure out the incubators and the souls and the sulfur. And dirt is slightly brown. Okay? So this dirt actually allows us to grow. So if we look here, a whiff of normal. Okay? So this is where we're starting now down here. So I'm not going to do too much here. I might build the farm, but that's probably as far as I'm going to go until the next episode so we can go through all this together. Yeah, and then I'll probably do a little bit of the seeds, but that's just, that's just the seeds, right? So you guys have all planted stuff before. So you know what, putting dirt down, hoeing it, and then putting it together, right? So not really a big deal in a sense, but we're going to go with that. And I'll probably make a bunch of crops. I'll probably do a little bit of work on them, but not a lot, just to make, you know, some extra wheat and some seeds and, you know, all that other great stuff. But we're not going to get to, I'm not going to go up the chain. Okay. I will not go up the chain without you guys. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me. It helps the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.